Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Sulk stream. I am your host, the Incredible Sulk, and I hope you guys are having a fantastic night. It's chilly, it's January, and it's cold here in Florida. I know it's not as cold as up in Canada, and whatever. I don't care, right? Florida is not supposed to be cold. It got like 9 inches of snow a couple days ago. That's not normal. Not here. That was up in the Panhandle. That was. I don't live in the Panhandle. Thank God. Thank God. The Panhandle is like Alabama, dude. It's the Panhandle of Florida. What do you expect it to be? Anyways, thanks for coming. I hope you guys are having a great Friday night. I hope you guys are excited about the weekend. Maybe you got some plans. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're gonna stay inside and stay warm next to the fire, which I would totally understand, because that's what I've been doing. I've also been doing a lot of projects preparing for spring, and I'm excited. Summer around here kicks a lot of ass, and it lasts for like 8 months. So I'm ready. I'm just ready for the warm weather. You know, I got my cult grounds all fired up, and you know, if you guys want to come down and pitch a tent, and then, you know, we could do some rituals around the bonfire, you know, I'm open for that. So send me a DM. I hope you guys, we're going to do something fun. I've been having fun doing lolcows. So, we're going to do a lolcow tonight. And, yeah, I know lolcows aren't exactly my specific territory, but like I said, I was having a good time with, the last couple ones I did. And it's a Friday, and so I want to put in minimal effort on Fridays, just across my life. I want to put in minimal effort until I die, because then I'll be like, well, that was that. And then I'll be happy. I'll be like, I kind of phoned in that whole last 30 years. And then people will be like, yeah, he did. I mean, like, he was here, but he wasn't, like, here. That's how I want people to remember me. I want my gravestone to be completely blank, right? Not even my name, just a stone, right? Because I forgot to fill in the details on the form, because I was phoning it in. Relaxed, right? That's what life's supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about fun and experiences and stuff like that. It's not supposed to be about gathering money and seeing how many bills you can get and see how worried and concerned about the end of the world and artificial general intelligence and drone armies and World War III and bioweapons and all that nonsense, economic crashes and stuff. No. We're supposed to be chilling by a river, getting drunk and getting laid and having more babies, right? That's how we're supposed to be living. But we got tricked into paying taxes. That's some bullshit. I don't remember signing anything. But here we are. Here we are in the glorious sunset of the most recent high-tech civilization. Maybe something better will come afterwards. Or maybe Bigfoot will run for president. And if so, I will be voting for Bigfoot. So, you know, I could be his VP. Right? You know, I'm not as great as he is, but I think, you know, we have similar supporters. So me and Bigfoot on a 2028 ticket, I think could go far. Keep an eye out for that. I'm going to be selling shirts. Sulk Bigfoot. Bigfoot Sulk. Right? We'll work it out. Anyways, guys, I hope you're good. I hope you're ready. I hope you're jazzed. I hope you're pumped. And I hope your guys' lives improve, regardless if they're bad or not. I hope your guys' lives improve, respectively, not as a collective. Although they will improve as a collective when we get our cult together. You know, when we all get together and we smear ourselves with animal blood, and then jump in the orgy pile, and then drink the sacrificial poison. All things will be well. And and we shall accept the darkness. So get comfy, get cozy, get a nice bottle of Cobra, a nice Mad Dog 2020, a nice Hypnotic by Jay-Z, I think is the maker of that alcohol. Get a nice whatever you want. Sit tight. If you're working, keep working. If you're driving, please be safe. Get home safely. And try to get to my stream on time. People try to get to this stream live. Strawberry, I'm talking about you. If you cannot, I'm just happy you're listening to the replay. But try to get to the live, man. We want you in the chat. So, once again, it is a Friday in January of the year 2025. And I don't know what's going to happen beyond today, but I know what's going to happen tonight. So I'm the Incredible Sulk. This is the Sulk stream. And this is called... Ah, shit. This is called
diagnosed with a multitude...
The Decay of Daniel Larson. Sorry. I pressed the wrong button, but there you go. Enjoy!
Daniel Larson is one of the most insane people online.
Hello, my name is Daniel Larson.
He began posting on...
I don't know who this guy is. I have no conception of him. I'm sure JJ, I'm sure Royce, I'm sure whoever has already done shows on him. I don't care. This is my first time seeing him. So, and I didn't even watch this beforehand. I usually try to watch these things beforehand, but I didn't watch this. So it is going to be new to you, or it's going to be new to me at the very least. So
TikTok back in
I have to
2020
get the cat.
And quickly became someone people were invested in watching. And that's because Daniel here posts every aspect of his life.
Oh, so I was just given a pill to get rid of these scabies all over me.
Okay.
Can I scratch my ass and smell my hand?
Oh, that's always nice.
Mix
That's always
that-
pleasant. Like when you're like real stank, and then you just like, and then you smell it. And people don't understand, but I think it's like some way of checking your health. Everyone, if somebody else did that to you, it'd be disgusting. But when you do it to yourself, it's not that bad. It's like there's like fundamental aromas about it. Like how how you smell your own farts and stuff like that, and you're like, oh man, that is a good one. I can't wait till she walks in so she can smell it, but it won't be nice to her. She won't appreciate the brand, but it'll be funny, right? I lock the car door, roll up the windows real tight.
With unchecked mental illness, and you get a dumpster fire that people can't stop watching.
What do we have
so
here?
much so that there is an entire Wikipedia page dedicated
Couch
to
surfing,
detailing
Arden
his
Share,
days.
background
March
noise.
31st, Daniel
Goofy
is kicked
boots.
out of a Dave & Buster's
Scott.
for a bomb threat. Daniel goes live on TikTok in a
And
park
then-
and asks someone to call the police due to death
Douchey
threats.
Nazi.
The park venue Daniel was live at evacuates
David.
after Daniel informs them of a sniper. And this is like a normal
more
day for this
Scott.
guy. Daniel has become notorious for
What's
many
up, guys?
things, like his obsession with Grace Vanderwall. While she's 19 now, Daniel has been obsessed with trying to
No idea who that is. No, not even a clue. Is that Taylor Swift? It might as well be. She's just a copycat, right? That Taylor Swift, she makes a lot of money, and a bunch of copycats of her popped up. I guess. I don't know. I don't really follow music or anything like that. I'm not a good pop culture guy, so I don't know who this chick is.
be with her romantically ever since he first saw her on America's Got Talent when she was only 12 years old. Or his
It is not. No, Whistling Nationals were last night, actually. You missed it, Ardenshire. You've been practicing all year long, and you spaced on the date. Dude, it was sublime with whistling. No, it was with Rome. I'm just kidding. Yeah, that was last night, dude. You missed out. And they decided to cancel it, right? Because they had it right next to the Pound, and the barking was too much, so the city decided to ex-nay it. So no more. And you're never going to live that glory ever again, Ardenshire. I'm sorry.
internet freakouts.
God, I hated that documentary. That documentary made me mad. Just because it was annoying, not because of any like social issue behind it. It just made me mad because it was annoying.
Where he screams and yells at the camera, sometimes getting so worked up he starts punching himself in the face. And his delusions of grandeur, fully believing he's a famous celebrity and a successful music artist. Whether you know nothing about Daniel at all or you're a seasoned larcenist, this breakdown's gonna be good. It has highs, it has lows.
Scott says, wait, there's rivers in the Bahamas? I'm not in the Bahamas. Do you think I'm in the Bahamas? I'm not in the Bahamas. Do I have a Bahamian accent? No, I don't even know if that's a real thing. I'm in Florida, and yeah, we have rivers here. There's rivers all over the place. That's how water gets places, typically.
It's Daniel Larson.
Rain happens too.
It's one of the most insane stories on the internet.
There's also aqueducts, and there's sometimes like trucks ship it. I'm just listing off all the different ways water moves places. Continental drift, icebergs. Oh, people. Right? We're made of water. We're like 70% water. I drink water on one side of the country, then I get in a plane and I fly to the other side of the country. And that's another way that water moves. So, I don't know why I'm doing this.
The motel! The motel just
I don't
threatened
care.
to kill me!
It's Friday. It's Friday, boys. Live it up.
This is the decay of Daniel Larson.
So what is this? What is this condition that he has? Did they mention it? What is up with his face? Is that like, that has to be a condition though, right? I don't know. What is that called? What is, when you look like a fantasy kind of, like you're gonna maybe not grant wishes, but steal people's socks at night, or like do things around the town that are mischievous, but you know, not necessarily mean-spirited. What is that condition called? Rumple stilt skin? Itis? I don't know. He kind of looks like that though. He kind of looks like he'd be cooking up a curse or something like that. Is this fetal alcohol syndrome? Is this some sort of, or is he just ugly? Is he just straight up ugly? Right? Does he have like a, I don't think I'm ugly, you know, but is he like me, but just not blessed? No, I don't think so. There's something like somebody beat up his mom while she was pregnant with him. Something like that. Hey, born man. Look at that.
Daniel Larson was born on November 15th, 1998, making him...
There's the bell. There's the bell. Early tonight. I like that. $5 says, fucking female cop, just watch Daywave. Oh my God, dude. Dude. Oh my God. How long have we been saying it? How long have we been saying that you should not make women into cops? Because they're terrible at it. You know, the fire chief in LA, while the whole city was burning down, she's some fat lesbo, by the way. She dressed up in a bunch of Ed Hardy gear and like went clubbing and stuff. Why the whole city was on fire? No. You shouldn't make women cops or firefighters, especially not firefighters. At least cops could be meter maids, but not firefighters, dude. I don't want some fat chick breaking my door down and making a sandwich in my kitchen. While I'm trapped under a beam. Help me. Should you have any pickles? No. Yes, I do. They're in the door. Help yourself. Anyways, women shouldn't be cops. She put her finger on the trigger. She grabbed it, and she put her finger on the trigger and pulled it out and popped. And then she walked off like it was somebody else's fault. She didn't even help. She didn't even help carry him to the curb. She was just like, she was trying to think of a man to blame for it. Oh my God. That was awful. And that guy's going to get paid. And it's not a good thing for anybody because Royce was right. It's coming out of the taxpayers, right? It's not the department, or maybe it's the department, but it's like It's us. It's what we have to pay for. We have to pay for government incompetence. You knew she was going to be a bad cop. When she strolled in there weighing 110 pounds at 5'3", you knew she was not going to be very useful. So not useful that she's going to cost the department probably tens of millions of dollars. Probably going to get sued for a lot of money. Good for that guy, I guess. What are you going to do?
24 years old right now. At a very young age, Daniel claims he was diagnosed with a multitude of developmental disabilities. Growing up, he was abused by his mother to the point where he would eventually be removed from her care. He would be placed in foster care and eventually be taken in by his grandmother, Nancy Scheimer.
They're just not good-looking people. It's just a class of not good-looking people. I've encountered this, right? In Florida, but not just in Florida, in California. Certain families are just like, wow, you guys should not have gotten together and made all these ugly ass kids. Because, like, dude, they're ugly. I'm pretty sure some people I went to high school with were inbred. And, like, by pretty sure, I'm like 100% positive that their parents were brother and sister. Because it was very clear in their mental state and their physiognomy, however you pronounce it. It was bad. Yeah, grandma's ugly too. What are you going to do?
Daniel would tell this entire story in a now deleted TikTok. This recounting of events can be confirmed by a news segment run on KWGN.
No Midas could be a good condition for it. There's something wrong with him, right? There's something physiologically wrong with him. Not just mentally, but like the physical development of his face went awry at some point in his adolescence, right? His jaw is not properly formed. That could be from mouth breathing that we learned about last night. I'm not sure. It could be a terrible diet, lots of food colorings, lack of exercise, lack of vitamin D from sunshine and stuff. It could be an entire myriad of problems, right? But that's not our issue to talk about. We're simply here to make fun of this retard.
The story was on the Tennyson Center,
like the
a
good people we
facility
are,
for children who
like
suffered
the good, godly Christian people we are,
from physical and emotional abuse.
The Tennyson Center for Children has become one of the Rocky Mountain region's leading treatment centers for emotionally and crisis-affected children, particularly those suffering from abuse and neglect.
Guadalupe.
Part of the story features
Slaps. I don't care if you call me a black guy. Black guys know good food, right? Tell me that fried chicken tastes bad. Tell me that, like, some good barbecue tastes bad. Tell me that orange soda and grape soda taste bad. And I will call you a liar. I will call you a liar all day long, right? I will go hang out with some black dudes in South Central, and they will take me to their secret chicken and waffles place, right? That the whitey don't know about, right? And then I'm sure it'll just blow my mind, right? Black people have good food. Not chitlins or collards or anything like that. But, like, there's a middle ground.
Daniel at a very young age running around, and even an interview with his grandmother.
When he came to Tennyson almost 3 years ago.
Mr. Blue says KFC chicken around here is fucking trash. And KFC chicken is trash. It's just gross. I don't like KFC. I mean, it's not... If I want fried chicken, I go to Publix, right? I'm not going to KFC. KFC is low tier. It's low tier. It's overly greasy. I'm not even completely sure what they're serving is chicken, but even if it wasn't chicken, like let's say it was rat or something like that, I wouldn't be like, oh no, it's rat. I'd be like, okay, fine, it's rat. At least that makes a little bit more sense with all the veins and like the bits of metal.
He was very angry and
there's a lot of metal in my drumstick. Somebody hunted this with a pellet gun? Yeah.
And feeling very uncertain about his life and where he belonged and what was going to happen.
It seems like for the next handful of years, Daniel's life got better.
Mr. Blue says you're not supposed to call them collards anymore. Collards? No, not. Come on. I'm not talking about black people, right? I don't call them collards. I don't. But no, I'm talking about the vegetable. No, I use a different terminology.
He even left the Tennyson Center with this message.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure being here. And
Autism. Also, if this was a female, she would be a lesbian. If that child had some, because the look and stuff like that, and she would hate men too, right? She would grow up and she'd be a lesbian and she would hate men because it would be an ugly woman. He's an ugly man. Don't get me wrong. He's an ugly man. But if he was a woman, she would be a feminist, a man hater, a lesbian. And I feel like she would be very crunchy, very hippie, and like live in the forest somewhere and just be insufferable. She'd be at farmers markets a lot with like hairy armpits and stuff, and probably a slut. I mean, if you took a pass at her, it probably wouldn't be that hard, right? All ugly chicks and fat chicks are easy. I'm just going to lay that out there. They're all easy. All they want is attention. All any girl wants is attention, right? But the pretty ones get attention a lot more, so it becomes harder for them. That's why I don't really believe this whole incel thing, right? I'm not, because, like, you can get laid. You just have to give attention to women that are not getting attention. Right? You try to get women that already get plenty of attention, and that's not going to fly. You see, you aim lower, and then you should be in good shape. I mean, if that's what you want to do. But nope, everybody wants a 10. Everybody wants a dime.
To help me. I made lots of friends. I learned how to do stuff I never knew how to do before.
He's got no friends.
And it's much better now. Thank you.
It wasn't until his grandmother eventually passed away where this story goes downhill again. A friend of
Dick Wickham says his head is 30% schnoz. It is quite a bit of schnoz. I have a big nose myself. I don't think it's overly large, but I mean, people say I like my nose. I don't want to change my nose. But his nose is protruding in a very strange way.
Daniel's grandmother, Bob Proctor, would try and step up and help Daniel like his grandmother once did. Bob is someone Daniel calls his mentor, and he frequently tries to improve Daniel's life. For example, he tried to help Daniel's music.
Yeah, it's Daniel Larson, Mr. Blue. Don't have a stroke. He tried to say it 3 times. Yeah, dude.
Career by buying him beats for him to rap over, blessing us with creations like this.
I am the king, hand me my crown. I got a smile and you got a frown.
Oh,
this job would
shit!
prove to be much too difficult, but in order to talk...
Hold on. Excuse me, Sonic. Can you drop some of those rings my way? Some of that hot fire?
Help Daniel like his grandmother once did.
Hold on.
Bob is someone Daniel calls his mentor, and he frequently tries to improve Daniel's life.
Right.
For example, he tried to help Daniel's music career by buying him beats for him to rap over, blessing us with creations like
Buying
this.
him?
I am the king, hand me my crown. I got a smile and you got a frown.
There we go.
This job would prove
See,
to
I'm
be
working.
much too difficult.
I'm working the boiler room or whatever they call it. See, because damn, that was fly. That was bad. That was not good. And I'm a professional rapper.
But in order to talk about all the Bob Proctor incidences, we must start from the beginning of this story. Daniel Larson uploaded his first TikTok on March 30th.
Dick Wickham says yours is only like 12%. So my face is 12% schnoz. I'll take it, I guess. It's not the issue. His nose is not the issue, right? Although it is right there. It's his facial structure. You see what I have? I have a jaw. I have a jawline. You see that? You see it's wide? Look at his face. Look at his face. You can't see both my hands because it's off screen. But it's very narrow compared to his like other features, right? And it tapers. It tapers down. So it makes him look jagged, I want to say. Makes him look like a drug addict, like he's burned out, like he should be like on the street. And he probably honestly is, dude. He probably is on the street. That's why he looks like that. there's a lot of problems here. There's a lot of issues with your look. If somebody were to give this guy like a Queer Eye makeover, it would be, I mean, it would be really funny to watch. It would be pretty cringy. They would do their best with him. By God, you know, bless those homos, because they would do their best with him, but it would just be a losing proposition. The teeth, the two teeth down there, okay, like he's gonna gnaw through like a log, like a beaver, and the scraggly hairs and everything, man. It's not good. It's not ideal.
30th, 2020, and would never stop posting from that day on. Most of the things he would post in the beginning were incoherent ramblings about wanting to be a musician or an actor. And the people that would come across Daniel's posts would sarcastically lean in and
he could be an actor, dude. There's some ugly ass actors. Willem Dafoe. Willem Dafoe is ugly, right? Willem Dafoe is like deformed. You know, there's who's wrong? Clint Howard. Nobody looks at Clint Howard and says, how handsome. Steve Buscemi. I've heard chicks say they think Steve Buscemi is attractive. I don't know why they say that. Maybe it's because he's got a lot of money. Or maybe there's just some weird, like, psycho kind of thing about him that chicks are attracted to. You saw him in Con Air, right? Where they put him in the dolly with all the stuff on. Maybe that was it. Maybe chicks are just attracted to murderers. I know for a fact they are. I don't know the word for it, but every time somebody goes to prison for murder, they're flooded with mail from chicks around the country saying, will you marry me? Women are not good people. No.
and encouraging.
No.
With Daniel's odd look and eccentric speech and behavior.
Gary Busey, David says Gary Busey. Gary Busey, he used to be better looking, but he got in some motorcycle accident when he was like younger, and he like hit his head real bad. And so that really, I don't know, it kind of knocked a screw loose. But then Jake Busey, his younger brother, still looks crazy. You saw him in movies like Contact and Starship Troopers. He still looks weird. The Busey family. Yeah. Gary Busey, he's not all there. He's definitely not all there. I hope he's okay out there.
Behaviors. It did not take long to rack up quite the following.
Luis Guzman from like Waiting and stuff. Yeah, that's a good one too. You can be ugly. Having a unique look in Hollywood is actually pretty worth it, right? Even if you're not like Vern Troyer. He's dead now, but and it was the tiniest casket. It was probably so sad. Just one pallbearer, right? He just carried it like a tray. And put it in a pizza oven, and they cremated him in there. Yeah, he was barely human. I don't even know what to call Vern Troyer. If somebody aborted Vern Troyer, I would be okay with that, right? Even as a 40-year-old man, and I know life begins at conception, but if you don't grow into a human, then you're not a human, right? So I think I'd be okay with that. If somebody just came at him with a wire hanger and a vacuum, and he's just like trying to fight it off, right? Rest in peace, Vern.
Eventually, Daniel's ego would get so large from all the fake support he was getting
that
he would announce he's running for president.
Ron Perlman is... Oh, and what's that other guy? God, what's that other Jewish guy? He was in Fallout, and he was like the douchey the Knight. God, I hate that fucker. I fucking hate that guy. The Jew guy with who says like Jews are the master race. I really hate that guy. God, I'll think of it.
Hello, this is Daniel Larson. I am planning on running for president in the future.
get the fuck out of here, because me and Bigfoot are on that ticket, dude. You are not. You are going up against Sulk, Sulk Bigfoot ticket. Who's your running mate? Because if it's another cryptid, I might be in trouble. Is it Daniel Larson and the Jersey Devil? Or the Chupacabra? You can go for the Latin vote? Oh, no, you can't, because they're all getting shipped out. Burn!
If you think that that's a good idea, please click.
John Malkovich is not that bad looking. John Malkovich kind of looks like a normal person to me. Maggie Gyllenhaal looks like a monster. Maggie Gyllenhaal does not. She's not attractive. I'm sorry. Maggie Gyllenhaal is not attractive. Whoever says she's attractive and cute and stuff like that, she's not attractive. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Fuck you. Maggie Gyllenhaal is not attractive. She looks like, I don't know, a bog witch of some sort. Like she steals kids' souls. Like a bad tooth fairy. Maggie Gyllenhaal is not attractive. Yeah. But Jake Gyllenhaal looks fine. And the movie Nightcrawler was really good, honestly. And he really did a fantastic performance in that movie.
The thumbs up.
To this day, some of his fans still call him Mr. President. By this point, Daniel had gained a cult following.
Mr.
People saw
President?
him as the next Chris Chan. His lolcow status would further cement itself with the introduction of the fog. The fog is a phenomenon.
Dude, what if it's just like in the future where it becomes such a joke that this guy is the president that he ends up becoming like a write-in candidate and actually wins like 2032 or something like that? I would be okay. I'd be fine. I'd be like, okay, that's the timeline we're on. I get it. It's fine. You know, humans were messing around with CERN and collapsing too many universes, and we just kind of ended up in the timeline where this guy is the president. And I hear a lot of shit these days, and I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. There's too many things that have come down the pipeline that have been just society shaking and like once in a species events for me to give a shit, right? Like the aliens thing. They keep coming out and saying aliens are real. No one cares. And that's probably by design too, because they've been saying it for years. So they're probably gently prodding more and more. So when it actually does happen, just nobody gives a shit. Well, we're there. We're there now. So march them out. March those aliens out. And then we'll see what happens. I guarantee you, there's going to be a few people that are going to be like, no way, I can't believe it. This changes everything. But 99% of people will be like, this changes nothing. This changes nothing. I still have rent. I have to go to work in the morning. I don't care if there's aliens on the other side of the planet, or not in my house, at least. Not in my house. Not in my community, right? Get your dirty goobacks out of here. I don't know what the racial slur for aliens would be, like space aliens, but we would think of one pretty quick.
Phenomena that started happening to Daniel's videos. Something had happened to Daniel's front camera, causing it to be blurry. At certain points, you could barely even make out what was going on the screen. And Daniel, not being technically...
Mr. Blue says Mickey Rourke is in a similar vein to Ron Perlman. And then David says Mickey has a plastic surgery problem. Yeah, he gets too much plastic surgery. And I don't know why. You're a man. Who gives a shit what you look like? You look worse now. By far, you look worse now than you would have had you not gotten plastic surgery. But why be vanity is for women, dude, and gay dudes, I guess. Are you gay? Is that what you're saying? You're gay? You want to go through all this plastic surgery so people think you're gay? Okay. Why? I mean, people go through plastic surgery to make people think they're women, but they're not women. If you're actually gay, you can just tell people you're gay. I don't get that. I don't get why you would get plastic surgery. Doesn't it hurt? Isn't there a risk of it not going well? I know for a fact there is, because it didn't go well with you. I don't understand men that get plastic surgery. I don't. But it doesn't really work well on women either.
savvy, continued to post like business as usual. This spawned a community of memes surrounding the fog and a running gag until the fog disappeared altogether. At this point,
Art and Chair says Goobacks. Background noise says Moonrakers. Mr. Blue says Otherworlders. I would say Crater Monkeys. Crater Monkeys, like on the moon. Crater Monkey, right? Okay, how about this is a little bit advanced. Regolith nigga. Because regolith is the dust that is on the moon. It's the actual scientific term for moon dust, but also it applies to Martian soil. Regolith. Moving on.
Daniel's casual viewers started turning into full-on trolls. People started to realize
Meteor
how
Monkeys
easy
is
it was
good.
to trick Daniel into saying or doing crazy things. Calling Daniel gullible would be an understatement. If you made an account and named it after a record label and proceeded to offer Daniel a fake contract, odds are he would believe it. And this is how he's been tricked into doing a lot of the things we're going to talk about. At one point, Daniel's fake managers convinced him to tell everyone that he loved CP.
Hello, everyone. This is Daniel Larson.
So he's an adult man. Why is his voice so high? Why is his voice so high? Why? Did his testicles not properly descend? Does he have testicles? He can still be a man and not have testicles. There are conditions where people are born with underdeveloped testes. So I'm honestly asking that question. And since he has other deformities, I assume, dude, this is a deformity, right? This isn't just a normal person face. No, this is a deformity. Maybe he's got one shriveled nut, one shriveled ball. Maybe.
I love
Oh, terrible.
CP.
Yeah,
That's not going to look good for your presidential campaign, dude. That's not going to go well. This video is not going to go well when you're on the campaign trail. When you're on the campaign trail saying, I'm going to lower taxes and I'm going, we're kicking the Jews out and, we're bringing back smoking on airplanes and stuff like that. And everyone's like getting excited and stuff. And then everyone gets sent this video of I love CP. And then people are like, he had me, he had me at smoking on planes and stuff, but, you can't do that, which is actually ironic because every single politician out there probably is being blackmailed for having sex with like a 14-year-old and under. Tell me I'm wrong. I'm not wrong, dude. I'm not wrong.
that one's really bad. Daniel's
That is
interactions
bad.
with his fans
That's
and
bad.
his fake managers would only continue to ramp up from here. On October 29th,
David Thoreau says Jigamoons. Would moon cricket count? Moon cricket? I know it's already a term for black people on Earth, but if aliens came, could a racial slur for them be moon cricket? Because that is a good one. I heard that one from Virgie, and that's a good one. Moon cricket. Jigamoon is good. Moon, yeah.
he would host a Zoom call where he would talk to his fans. Up until this point in the Daniel
I
Larson
think we would just call them Moonies, right? And then people get like really deeply offended. Like non-alien people would be offended. Get out of here, you filthy Mooney. And then people would like lose their shit and be like, what? You need to leave. Did you see that video? I'm going to bring that video up.
story, things have been pretty tame. You might even feel bad for a mentally ill man with no guidance being constantly trolled online. But ladies and gentlemen, this is the point in the story that takes a very dark turn. And I promise your perception of Daniel will
The CP, the I love CP thing wasn't the dark turn. All right.
quickly change
is
after
fun.
this. On November 20th, 2020, Daniel's Pinterest account was found. Inside this account were some seriously concerning and disturbing things. He had
Oh, I bet. In his Pinterest account? Who keeps disturbing things in his Pinterest account? That's where I get like art ideas for my yard. How is it?
To say goodnight, and he was crying because of the abuse that he was enduring in this school system.
Then why did you stay in Mexico?
You need to leave!
Wah, wah, wah. Fucking bass, dude. That's hilarious. That's the you need to leave killed me. I cried after hearing that, dude. That was hilarious. But he's absolutely right. Why are you here bitching about the school system that you don't even pay property taxes into? Go home. Hold on. Okay, one more time. Did you hear that gasp? That's a big gasp. From the top, everybody.
Was crying because of the abuse that he was enduring in this school system.
Then why didn't you stay in Mexico?
Look at the guy. He's all like, what? He's right. He's absolutely right. And it's all the women, right? Women, quiet. You quiet, women. You just be quiet. Just women. You need to leave.
Boards of images filled with little girls, underage images of Grace.
I'd be like, go on, sir. Do you want to get a drink after this? We should hang out. Do you want to, follow me on Twitter? I think you and me would get along.
Vanderwall, and even a map of the age of consent in the United States.
The gasp is perfect. The gasp is hilarious, isn't it? The gasp is perfect.
After this information would leak, Daniel would post a TikTok apologizing.
Mr. Blue says craterbacks. Archie just says space niggas. Space niggas is actually kind of good because keeping it simple is a good idea. When you're doing a racial slur, like the far off ones are fun, but like you are a space nigga. Because that's just a factual statement. That's not, that's what you are. But then it becomes a racial slur after their behavior gets out of hand.
When his TikTok apology didn't get the heat off his back, he would resort...
Space Jammers is a good one, Mr. Blue. Space Jammers is good.
...to the age-old excuse. I was hacked. Now, anyone with a brain wouldn't believe this, but some people actually believed him due to Daniel's technological illiteracy. But then it was also discovered Daniel's YouTube channel had...
He might be actually, illiterate, too. Or at least, below functionally literate. And you wouldn't believe it. Because I didn't know there was actually, illiterate people. I know it sounds stupid, but illiterate Americans, but they are. There are illiterate Americans out there. And holy shit, dude. How do you you can't even read? Really? You can't English, right? We're talking about the English language. You speak it roughly. But yeah, it's true. There are people out there in America. I'm talking white people. But there's also tons of black people that can't read. But I'm not talking about them. They're just space niggas. What's that talking about?
Likes of children in unsavory positions, and he would also duet young children on TikTok as well. He also must have forgotten he posted another TikTok explaining that the Pinterest was his, and he would use it to, he would use it to, don't make me say it.
David Thoreau's pitching jokes. He says, a colored fella, a Jew and a Mexican walk into a bar. The bartender says, get the fuck out. That was simple. That was a simple fun. Sure. We can call that a joke, or we can call that a New York Times article. It's the same. I mean, they're both jokes, aren't they?
Yeah, man, it's dark.
In the past, I used to use pictures of girls and masturbate to them.
Months would pass in the Daniel Larson story with all of the usual things. Incoherent ramblings about being a celebrity and dodging claims that he was a child predator.
Hey, hold on. I am a celebrity. Right, guys? Right? All of you guys? I'm a celebrity. So there.
He was telling me
this guy probably has way more followers than me, which is pretty funny.
of some type of social platform called Pinterest. Huh. I wonder what type of printer it uses.
At a certain point, Daniel would resort to blaming his managers.
That had to be a joke. Is he pitching jokes? At least he's doing something and not just being weird. Like me.
And the media for all of this, and he would call it a smear campaign against him, if you can even believe that sentence. In April of 2021, Daniel would post a tribute to Blake Shelton for Black Lives Matter. In the video, he shouts out Black Lives Matter and starts doing jumping jacks in the street.
This is for Blake Shelton and Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter.
In another video, he would...
What? Why jump? What? Jumping jacks? Jumping? This dude needs braces. This is like, how do you have all that nose but can't keep your mouth shut? And what was the jumping jacks is about? Is that an internet thing that I am just not hip to because I'm like an old man and I just tend to my garden? Is that, or is that just him being weird? Black Lives Matter. I'm not doing jumping jacks.
He would do jumping jacks to get the George Floyd riots to stop.
This is for George Floyd. Rest in peace. Black Lives Matter.
I don't know why he likes doing jumping jacks so much. It's probably people trolling him and telling him to do it, but yeah, I mean, enjoy it. At a certain point during the George Floyd riots, Daniel would actually believe that they were for him. He would then go on to make a series of...
Mr. Blue says, I believe he was trolled into it. So there's just like people on the internet that are like this, and then there's another group of people that are somehow equally autistic that are quasi-bullying, trolling him into doing things just for entertainment. Yeah. Yep. That's the world. Fun, I guess. I can see why it's fun. I can honestly, because I troll on Twitter all day long. I'll say wild stuff on Twitter. Just not even stuff I personally believe. Just things I know that will make people mad. And I'm so good at it. I'm really, really good at it. Just says I'm really good at it. And I'll just get in fights on Twitter all day long with rando people, right? If I see a fight that other people are in, I will jump into that fight, not knowing who we're fighting or why we're fighting them. And, then I'll take the lead and run away with it. It's happened a couple of times.
...of videos begging for the Daniel Larson
Jumping jacks for blacks, says
Hello,
JD
everyone.
Grab.
This is Daniel Larson. Please stop burning cars and houses and buildings in Los Angeles.
No one's going to do what you say. No one's going to do what you say, and never stand in front of a green screen. If you're doing stuff online, if you're posting stuff online, never stand in front of a green screen. I don't even know how to turn mine off. I can turn it off, but I know you guys. Should I turn it off? Should I turn it off? No, I shouldn't, because I don't know how. But if I did, I'm sure there'd be some very funny pictures. But I'm not going to do that. But you did that. Why would you do that? Don't stand in front of anything green that could be easily chromed out. But at least you have terrible potato camera quality. What are you shooting this on? Like a 1997 digital camera? It's terrible.
I am appalled at what you guys are doing. My own fans.
This is 30 seconds of silence for the people who have passed away in the Daniel Larson riots. Okay.
On May 1st, Daniel would make a video sympathizing with EDP 445 over the allegations that they were both involved with.
Hello, this is Daniel Larson. I just wanted to shout out the YouTuber EDP445. I am sorry.
he doesn't even keep his shit on vibrate. He doesn't keep his phone on vibrate. My phone has been on vibrate since I got it. Like this one, I think it's like the 14 or 15 or something like that. I don't know. It's an Apple, right? And I have never had it off vibrate. And I lose it, right? But I can still hear it buzz. Why do you have your phone not on vibrate? You don't look that old. Or are you? Because you look like shit. But you might be like 23. I don't know. Keep your phone on. Anybody in the chat, do you keep your phone not completely on like loud? I don't even know the term for not on vibrate or silent. It's a very boomer thing, right? I'll be sitting in a restaurant having dinner with my family, and then some fat boomer phone goes off every 3 seconds with some stupid notification or like a phone call that he's not answering or something like that. I'm like, are you serious, dude? You know you're not the only one in here with a phone, right? You know you're not the only asshole in here with a phone. We all have phones, and we all put them on vibrate because we don't want to bother other people having dinner. You know? You're not important because, you know, oh, look how many phone calls and notifications I get. That just means you play Bejeweled a lot. Or, you know, or on Grindr. That's what I'm going to assume. You're just one of those old lemon party guys, and you're on Grindr a lot.
Sorry for the allegations against you. I am sorry. We are in this together. I have been there too.
Mr. Blue says every phone I've ever owned has stayed on vibrate, if not silent. If not just straight up silent. Right? If not just straight up silent. Like, keeping it on silent, I understand, is like kind of a hassle because, like, what if you lose it? But I'm looking at my phone every 30 seconds anyway. You know, and if you call me, I'm not going to pick up. If you call me, I'm not going to pick up. I don't. Text me. Text me. If you want a message to be conveyed to me, you text me. Don't call me. Because I don't, you know, I might be high or something like that. You know, I don't want to stop everything I'm doing for you to listen into my house. And then you can pitch your whatever, your scam to me, dude. Don't call me. Don't call me. It's rude. It's honestly rude. Why would you call somebody when you could just easily text them and then they get the message and then they don't have to like do it right then and there? Don't call, and keep your phone on silent or vibrate. That's fine.
I hope we could possibly collaborate in the future.
I can't believe he made this. I can't believe he reached out to EDP, you know? May 6th, 2021 is another infamous day in the Daniel Larson history books. On this day, Daniel would announce he was quitting TikTok, but not before he would audition for an adult film. He would then go live on TikTok.
Nice! Nice, bro! Nice! Hold on. Hold on. Dude. Magnifique. Mwah! Like, it's not necessarily that you're showing Wang on camera. It is the brazen style that you are showing Wang on camera. He's got the lifted shirt, right? So he didn't take the time to take his shirt off. He's got the pulled down pants all the way to his ankles, like a little kid peeing in a public, in like a urinal, right? All the way down. All the way down. And he's got his shoes on. But not only that, shirt up, and he's got the lean. He's got the lean to put the goods on display. Bravo. Bravo. Holy shit, dude. 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 And I look, there's comments here. It says, bro, what? And then that's the only 2 comments. You showing your cock on TikTok? Is that what's going on? This is a TikTok, and you're auditioning for a an adult film to be a porn star. Okay? Oddly enough, he wouldn't have the worst chance in the world. For some reason, freakish porn stars are a niche, right? Like old porn stars, like geriatric ones, or MILFs, or like, freak porn, midgets. Midgets is a perfect example. It's not what you would technically consider to be erotic or alluring in any sort of way, but it's midgets. So that's for people that have been scrolling through porn for weeks and months and years and hours and hours and hours, and there's just nothing that can dump enough dopamine into their brains for them to actually ejaculate. So they go into the freak porn, right, with the weird stuff, and there he is, and he'll pop up right there, and he'll be matched with a very attractive girl that is just dead inside, just dead inside. Poor girl. I mean, she's dead already. She might as well be curled up in a ditch on the side of the highway, right? Because that is the soullessness that's in her eyes. And then they do it, and then money shot, roll credits.
In front of almost 500 people and pull his pants down, flashing his genitals to the camera. This event would ultimately lead to getting his account banned the same day. Following the May 6th incident would mark a new era in the Daniel Larson story, the headset era, due to the fact that Daniel began donning comically large gaming headphones in all of his videos, likely given to him by a troll. And the microphone on these headphones led to all of the audio in his videos sounding like this.
We have Interscope's security team, cybersecurity team, working on everything right now.
The headset era produced some great videos. Some of these consisted of Daniel talking about his accusations again and the allegations made against him while telling everybody not to believe him.
What's up, everybody? This is Daniel Larson. There is just now a text over social media that came up under Flex Burger. Please do not look at it. It's a picture of my dingling. For some reason, this guy...
Dingling. He calls it his dingling. His dingling. It's not very masculine. Do you guys call your dicks the dinglings? Hey, babe, you want to see my dingling? That's not. Nope. But you know what? I hope he has a girlfriend and like she's super hot. Just so like a bunch of incel dudes just like rope themselves over it, right? Like this guy, this autistic dude, she doesn't even have to be hot. She could be a soft 4, right? And then it would just crush those guys. It would black pill them into oblivion. And then I'd just be there to watch their pain. It's not the best part of me. But, you know, I'm bored too.
Guy has changed the text message in the entire thing to mean something different because of the accusations.
Douchey says, so if he bites you, do you turn into a wear him, whatever this thing is? Look at those Count Chocula chompers, dude. You think you're going to turn into, I mean, not a wear anything. A wear-tard is pretty funny, Mr. Blue, though. Mr. Blue says, a wear-tard? No, you just get hepatitis. You get something, dude. But yeah, these are Count Chocula teeth. This is the box of, you know, on the front of, that's Count Chocula right there. Yeah, I wouldn't want him biting me. You might just get rabies, dude. You might just straight up get rabies. And for some reason, he's immune to it. He's just had it. He was born with it, right? Like a daywalker.
About me, do not believe it. We have Interscope's security team, cybersecurity team, working on everything right now to clear everything. We're going to get it taken down off the media. Please.
Douchey says, oh my God, you're right, LMFAO. I will show you. I will
Stay
show you
tuned.
Count Chocula.
It was during this era in Danderson history that he would declare war on a man named Flexburger. Flexburger, or Josh, was one of the trolls pretending to be Daniel's managers. It was discovered that Flexburger was the one that convinced Daniel to flash his genitals to TikTok Live on May 6th. That's right, he was responsible for the May 6th incident. Flexburger was one of the first people to find and leak Daniel's Pinterest account. And it was after finding all the disgusting stuff on there that
that's pretty good. Maybe here, I'll just show you guys. I'll just show you guys that one right there. So Count Chocula. Count Chocula. I mean, like, look. Why do I keep losing it? There we go. See? He looks like Count Chocula. He looks just like Count Chocula.
He decided to go on a crusade to expose Daniel. He would leak audio of Daniel talking about Sky Brown, at the time a 12-year-old professional skateboarder, in very disturbing ways.
Hello, this is Daniel Larson. I just wanted to say sorry to Sky Brown.
Dude, the notifications on your phone are obnoxious. Please turn them off. Please turn them all off. Turn all your notifications off. Turn them all off, dude. There's nothing on your phone. No, I'm telling like everybody though. Turn every notification you have on off. If you have X notifications on, turn them off. You have like the only ones that I would accept are your text messages, because that's usually from your family. And that's it. That's it. Right? No notifications need to be on your phone, because you know what happens? Every time you get a new app, it says allow notifications, and you hit allow notifications. And then you just have like, you know, notification after notification, ding, 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 buzz, 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 buzz. It drives you insane. It drives you crazy. Don't do that. Don't, and especially not on loud, not on not vibrate. Yeah, dude. Turn off your notifications.
For the recent allegations. Please stay tuned.
On top of that leaked audio, Flexburger would also text Daniel pretending to be underage girls like decoys would in To Catch a Predator. To nobody's surprise, Daniel would fall for this every single time.
Of course he would. Of course he would. Of course he would, because he's a weirdo, man. He's a sex pest. He's just like, he just watches too much porn all day long. He never leaves his house. And now he's getting a little taste of internet fame. And so he's going to like, yeah, dude, this dude's going to be in jail. He's going to be in jail.
Leaked conversations that would come out of this were extremely disturbing, to say the least.
Sweet.
Daniel would ask and say the worst things to people he believed were minors. So yeah, you start to not feel bad for this guy.
It is fake. What they did was they said something in the text, and then I was coming up with the video, and they changed the text.
And Daniel's response to all of this was to declare a lockdown and threaten to send the FBI after Flexburger.
Because of what Flexburger posted, we are going on lockdown. Everybody, we are going on lockdown. Stay tuned for what happens next.
Protocol 0, everyone. Protocol 0. And he starts like microwaving his hard drive. He should. He should. Because there's probably some like Frazzle Drip-esque shit on that hard drive. This guy he's a monster. I mean, like literally a cartoon vampire monster. Yeah.
And Flexburger on YouTube and TikTok, you are a...
God, dude, that is some serious nose. Like, my nose is big, right? But that is out of control. Look at that bad boy. Is he Hebrew? Is he Hebrew? Is this guy Hebrew? Is he a Hebrew guy? That's a big nose, man. And with the teeth, it makes you look identical to Count Chocula. You need to be on a cereal box or a shirt or something. That is a serious nose. Look at that bad boy. It's magnificent. Like, whoa. I'm sorry. I'm just like, I'm just admiring it. It's just like, wow, that's so pronounced. It's like pronounced. I don't even know how to do it. Like, I don't have anything to do that with. That is a giant nose. I need more props in my studio. I really do need more props. Royce has a bunch of props in his studio. I need more props.
For exposing me. We are calling the Denver Police Department and reporting you. The FBI will be coming to your house.
Which is, you know.
The FBI doesn't give a fuck. Why would the FBI care? It might care about you and all your CP business, sir. The one who posted a video that says, I love CP. Yeah, the FBI might be knocking at your door, bro.
It's pretty normal in this story. People started connecting all of these allegations with all the unhinged, incriminating videos Daniel would post. Like previously, Daniel had claimed he would legalize child if he was elected president.
Make pedophilia illegal or legal? So...
That's already a bad response. That's already a really bad response. If your response isn't an emphatic no, then you're kind of a pedophile, right? Did you hear the question? It was like, pedophilia, should it be legal or illegal? And he was like, no, bro, dude. 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 Whoa. Whoa. I didn't even need to hear the rest of his answer, but we will be listening to the rest of his answer. So hold your horses, boys. Hold your horses.
I would, kind of interesting. That's a very good point. In my opinion, if underage can actually do...
He also repented for whacking it to children and Grace Vanderwall. And of all...
Douchey says, I want a sound drop. We're going on lockdown. Mr. Blue says it probably already exists as a sound drop. Larson's pretty well known locale. This is my first time going down the Larson locale avenue. And you're probably right, Mr. Blue. I guarantee you there's a sound drop of we're going on lockdown. I guarantee you. I guarantee it. And it's on somebody's soundboard, I'm sure. And I could do that if I knew how to work my Stream Deck. I just don't know how to work it. And it's there. I don't even use it. Don't even know why I bought it.
All of that wasn't crazy enough. He apologized for having 500 megabytes of CP.
I am sorry for having
500 megabytes? How many? Okay, let's call it pictures. How many pictures is 500 megabytes? I don't know. I'm legitimately asking. I don't know how many pictures that is. But one picture is worth like a lot of years, dude. So apologizing isn't going to do anything. You can apologize in jail, but that's a very specific number of megabytes. That's not a gig, right? So is it a lot of pictures? Not a lot of pictures. It's a few pictures though, right?
500 megabytes, child.
Originally, people thought...
I can't believe there are people like this out here. I mean, I really can't believe that. Dude. I feel like I'm saying dude a lot, but it's just in like disbelief of what kind of character this guy is. Why would you say that? Why would you say, you're saying like the FBI is going to go to this cheeseburger guy's house or Flexburger or whatever. And you're like, oh, sorry about my chocolate. What? What? And why do you think the FBI is not going to be knocking on your door for saying very specific things just like that? Because that's why they do it. You know, somebody's going to show up. Somebody's going to be reporting you and somebody's going to show up. And I imagine that's exactly what happened, right?
Daniel was being told to do and say all of these things by malicious trolls, but that might not have been the case after all. And following these incidents, he would post a video saying his parole officer told him he might go back to jail for a year for what he's done.
Hello.
Why are you on parole?
This is Daniel Larson. I just got in trouble with my probation officer for not following the probation rules.
Which means in those rules, the judge was like, okay, no CP. And he was all like, I can't help myself.
Unfortunately, there was a miscommunication. He said if it happens anymore, I will go to jail.
Many have theorized what caused this, but most likely it was the May 6th incident. Now, the amount of things that happen in the Danderson universe going forward are far too great for me to recount them all. This video would be like 10 hours long if I did.
So what's with a douchey avatar, dude? Is this guy at a Florida gas station? This looks like a guy at a Florida gas station.
That being said, I will be...
You made an avatar of that guy? If you're going to make an avatar, don't make it look like you, because you look like a douche.
Focusing on the main events in the story from here on. On May 10th, 2021, Daniel would come out as transgender.
I am transgender.
Well, that explains the child porn, doesn't it? That explains it really well.
Please stay tuned.
On the following day...
Please stay tuned. I'm transgender, and... Oh, sorry about all the CP. But I'm transgender, so it's okay. So I'm transgender, so that means I'm above the law, right? That reminds me when Kevin Spacey got busted on all the 9-year-olds in his basement, and then he is all like, I have a confession, I'm gay. So? Dude, we know you're gay, all right? We know you're gay, right? You're an actor in Hollywood, and but that's not the issue, right? That's not the issue. You're really throwing us a fastball with being like, oh, I'm gay, so that means... That's not like declaring sanctuary, right? You can't just be like, I'm gay, and then everyone's like, okay. I'm sorry for bothering you. I'm sorry for wasting your time, sir. I didn't know you were gay. Now that you are gay and you had admitted that to us, you are cleared of all charges of possession of CP and, kidney fiddling and stuff like that. Man, just write that off. Sorry about that. It's ridiculous. And, they think that way for a reason, because at some level it is kind of true. Some people will let them off for being an oppressed minority, right? Like, oh, pedophilia is just another sexual preference. It's not a crime. Yeah, it is. Yeah, bro, it is. It totally is.
On May 11th, he would live stream a session with his therapist appointed to his case.
Hey, man.
Some people saw this as a good sign and that it was Daniel seeking help for his problems, while others presumed he was just doing it to show people he was talking to someone to get some heat off his back. And this entire therapy session was streamed without the therapist's knowledge, so it's safe to assume it was the latter. Daniel's unhinged obsession with Grace Vanderwall would hit an all-time...
I've done therapy, right? I've done a decent amount of therapy, and it really doesn't do shit. It doesn't do anything. I mean, it costs a lot of money, but it's not like something... I've never gone to a therapist and discussed issues, and they've never told me anything remotely helpful. They've never told me anything I haven't already thought of. They've never been... I mean, they're positive, right? And I've been good friends. I've been on good terms with a lot of my therapists. But they're not helpful. They're not doing anything that a normal person can't do. And they go to school for this, to listen to people's problems and being like, how does that make you feel? Well, you know how that makes... I'm pissed, right? Or I'm sad, or whatever is coming off my face. Are you autistic? Am I just speaking to dead air right now? What is going on? No, I've never been to a therapist that has been useful or positive. And I've given it an honest shot. I really have. I've really given it an honest shot. And it's just not, maybe I'm just too closed off as a person. Maybe I'm not like willing to open up and bare my soul like that. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just way too cynical. There's no getting past that, right? It's a crusty exterior. I'm inside, I'm very gooey and warm. And I'm a very tender person, and I'm loving and all that. But boy, it's like I've been rolled in like some broken glass and like the floor of a movie theater, but like where everyone was eating crackers instead of popcorn. It's the outside. It takes some getting used to.
Time high around this point. He would stop suppressing his urges and start full on.
David Thoreau says therapy is for broads, and I kind of agree with you. Because didn't do shit for me. And women like to talk. And they'll just talk and talk and talk. And they might need that. But I feel like there was a lot of silence going on in my therapy sessions. Yeah.
Schizo posting about her. On May 12th, he would announce.
Mayo Riot says therapy is a Jewish trick. You might be right. Too, right? Like you go into a therapist, stuff like that, and he convinces you that you're actually a girl. I don't know if that actually happens, but it could. I don't know.
It's on TikTok that he would be doing a collaboration with Grace VanderWaal. Now, this was clearly not true. However, following this post, Daniel would be in the streets telling people that Grace was indeed his girlfriend.
David Thoreau says the Irish are immune to psychotherapy. Sig Freud. Guess I'm Irish. Did he really say that? Why would the Irish be immune to psychotherapy? I mean, they're not the brightest people in the world. And if you're Irish, well, come on, you know. Come on. Am I really blowing your mind here? Maybe I am, because they're thick as shit.
To be dating, and we would like the message to be spread.
And after that video would surface, Daniel would post videos of himself moaning and whispering in a sexual way for Grace.
This mess.
Is there something in his ass? I guarantee you there's something in his ass. I guarantee you there's something in this guy's ass. Guarantee you. And it's at least this wide. That wide. That wide. It's at least that wide. Right? Do I have like a weirdly large, like, Jess says I have very meaty hands. Is my hand too meaty? Like a crab claw. Look at how much meat is on that thing. Look at flex. Sorry, I'm retarded.
Message is for Grace.
I'm just having a good time.
Every now and then, a post of Grace VanderWaal's would get larcened. This is when Daniel would comment 1,000 times over and over and over again, seemingly having a conversation with himself. Things would reach a boiling point for Daniel when he would post to TikTok in a panicked and distraught state. He was under the assumption that something bad had happened to Grace, and the VanderWaal family was withholding information from him.
Guys, message me now on YouTube. Now.
He began begging and pleading with his audience to get him information, and then began repeatedly punching himself in the face and saying he was going to commit.
I'm currently under attack.
Do it!
Please.
Do it! Remember what we talked about, boys. It's not like up. It's in a diagonal. Right there. Right there. You have to make sure you get the right spot, because you don't want to like be in a coma for 30 years or something like that, or like blind yourself. No, you hit the upside down. It's a pear shaped, right? It's like a light bulb. Hit the light bulb, and then lights out. This is for entertainment purposes only.
I'm currently under attack. If you don't let me on the team now.
Mr. Blue says, according to Daniel, his cellmate might have put something in his butt. Might have. How are you not completely sure about that? How they're not like bags at an airport, right? Have these been in your possession the entire time? Well, I don't know. I left them and went to the bathroom. No, man. No. How are you not completely sure whether somebody stuck something up your ass? How are you not completely sure about that? That seems like something you'd be so sure whether it did or did not happen. You know?
Ow. I'm gonna have to stop. I don't know.
A little over a week later, Daniel would post a video on YouTube mourning the passing of David and Grace Vanderwall, even though they were very much...
Mayo Riot says, yeah, because you pull forward a little along with the trigger. Yeah, so you don't want to like pull, right? Because then it'll go up and then you need to go back, but like not too far back, but like back enough. Mayo Riot knows how to do it.
Alive. In this video, Daniel would say
Yeah,
a lot
right,
of
knows
things,
how to do it.
but
Of course he
the big
does.
things were him confessing and apologizing to sexting minors.
I admit to sexting minors.
He would also apologize for sending wiener pictures to Grace as well.
And
that's something I've never done. I've never sent dick pic. Well, does Jess have dick pics? No, Jess doesn't have dick pics. No, I don't send dick pics. I mean, it's a dick. It's a fucking dick. What do you expect? It's going to be different? It's just a normal dick, man. It's a dick. You know, I have it and it's like in working order and anatomically correct and all the parts are there except for like the foreskin. I did lose my foreskin in some terrible accident. It's called a circumcision. It was a terrible, terrible accident. I'm still pissed about that. I'm still pissed about losing my foreskin. Happened when I was a baby. Haven't forgiven my parents. Probably won't. But yeah, it's a dick. It's just a dick. Boobs are all different. So like you might have like nicer ones or less nice ones, or I mean they're all good, right? You might have like kind of tinier ones or much bigger ones. They're all good. And so sending pictures of those, totally. I don't know why any chick would want to receive a dick pic. That's really not, it's a dick, man. It's just a dick. It's you want me to send you a picture of my hand? It's like the same thing, right? It's just something I use to pick stuff up and slap people with. It's not, which is what I do with my dick.
Sexting.
It's prehensile, like an elephant's dick. I can pick stuff up and then feed myself with it. All right? It's just like peanuts. That's what I do after sex. Don't judge me.
Grace. I'm sending Grace a dick pic. I'm sorry for putting Grace through so much stress.
Stress?
She takes her own life.
Stress? This is like, so what? Like she saw your dick and she was all like, oh my God. That's a big dick. Oh my God. Oh. Whoa. Oh, I need a minute. Dude, you're flattering yourself. You're just flattering yourself. Shut up.
Has a heart attack. Her last words to me was. All
right. We're going to wait on that Mr. Blue Sente video. All right. What do you got for us, Blue? Oh, sorry. He says, go to 159. I should read stuff. Go to 159. A good example of proper angling. Angling? Okay. Oh. Angling. I was all like, are you showing me like fishing? Like an angler? No. No, this is not proper. No. This is way too. He's going to go straight up, right? And it's going to blow the top of his head off. He needs to go back like that. It's not even in his mouth, dude. You know what, Mr. Blue? Don't kill yourself because you're going to blow it. You're going to mess it up. I don't care if I get what it kicked off. I'm going to get kicked off, though.
Daniel,
of something. Yeah, that was brutal. And he didn't even do it right. That was all movie magic. He actually survived. So, don't do it like that.
Up to you.
The culmination of all of Daniel's delusions and freakouts would have Grace Vanderwaal's mom send him this message.
Mr. Blue says, it looks like it worked to me. It's a movie, man. He's not actually dead. I can look that guy up and he's probably out there. He might be dead. He might be dead just because that movie is pretty old.
Stop saying my daughter's name. Stop saying you are in a relationship with her. You are
never. I will never stop saying I'm in a relationship with random people I know on the internet. I'm in a relationship with Mr. Blue, David, Mayo, Douchey, the rest of them, and JD. JD's my British bird. Yep. Just dudes tonight.
Scaring her and
just dudes tonight. I was like, where are all the chicks? There's usually a lot of females, or at least there's a good spread, but it's just dudes here tonight.
Family. Everything you have said and done has been in your own mind. You need to access some mental health support and stop harassing my daughter. I have contacted the authorities and will continue to press the issue if you don't.
Arden Shire says, gay. So
stop making disturbing videos. Your follower.
We're making ooh-eyed jokes, man. And it's not a joke, right? Make sure it's angled properly. Don't. If you do an ooh-eyed attempt, don't mess it up. Because nothing screams loser like a failed self-deletion. I'm telling you now, right? You might think you're a loser, but if you like wrap your lips around a shotgun and then like trip and it blows off your cheek or something like that, and then you're like, oh, I decided I want to live with this, like the Harvey Dent, dude, then you're going to be a loser. And no amount of positive outlook on life is going to change that. First of all, you were lame enough to put a gun in your mouth. Second of all, you failed. You're a bad shot at point blank range. Dude, I don't care. You can praise God, think you're happy to be alive all you want. But I'm going to make so much fun of you when I get home. To my wife. I'm going to be like, did you see that guy? Yeah. Sad, but it's really funny. It's really, I just blew his cheek off like this. And he's all like, oh, I have terrible depth perception. Yep.
Followers have harassed my daughter long enough. Stop. Now, how do you think Daniel...
Arden Cherry says, pull a Cobain, toe on the trigger. Or pull a Courtney. I'm not saying anything.
Responded to this. I understand. I'm ending my life tonight. Daniel wouldn't actually do this and would spend the next few days apologizing to the Vanderwaal family. He would also continue to address the allegations, fluctuating between apologizing and acting like...
So I know this comic back in California, and he's this Jewish cat, and he constantly posts on Facebook about how he's going to end it. Like every post is about it, and every post is, well, today's the day. I'm gonna do it. I'm packing my stuff up. I'm writing my will. Today's the day. I'm gonna end it. Somebody watch my dogs. Every single post for years now, over like almost a decade now, has been about how this guy is going to end him, and nothing yet. Nothing yet. And it's just so annoying because it's just like, at this point, dude, just do it. You know, we're not going to try to talk you out of it anymore, right? You squeezed all the sympathy out of us that you can get, right? So go ahead, right? No one gives a shit anymore. Your wife left you and like you got nothing to live for and stuff like that. We get that, dude. You know, don't bother people. Get the angle right. Okay? Okay? But no, not so much as an attempt out of this guy. And it's just like, oh man, at least attempt. At least attempt. Even if it was one of those half-hearted attempts where you go across the vein instead of down the vein, right? Because everybody knows how to do it, right? And by the way, only bitches cut. Only if you're trying to go out, right? Men don't go out and be like, oh, I'm so sad. No, dude. If you're a guy, you either or you jump off something high and then you like, fucking flip off the earth as you're coming towards it. Right? You have to go out with some sort of like metal attitude. But no. Come on. There was nothing like that. Nothing. Not a single scratch on him. Not even a little rope burn or something like that. Like, oh man, but then it was just uncomfortable. It was like a nylon rope or something. I decided not to do it. And it's like, dude, I'm not encouraging him to do it. But after years of saying you're going to do it, it's just annoying at this point, bro. It's just annoying. So stop saying you're going to do it or just do it. You know? Is that cold of me? Am I in the wrong? Am I being heartless? I don't care. Your life is not my life, and you are not kin to me, sir. So enjoy. Enjoy your lead salad.
But he had no idea what they were. The Grace Vanderwaal schizo posting would die off eventually and only really returns when a troll makes a fake account posing as her and starts interacting with him. A few weeks would pass after Daniel's livestream meltdown, and on July 15th, he would release his first produced song, Roaring
Thunder. All right, cool. It's going to be a banger.
Thunder.
It's been a long time. Never thought this would be.
It's been a long time means that it's been a while since I was performing, basically.
A masterpiece. And somehow,
That was bad.
Just a month later, in August, he would be recorded performing this song live. Now, this is definitely an open mic, and the place looks pretty empty. But it's still pretty insane to see Daniel here on stage performing his song live.
Hey, you got to give it to him, man. It takes some balls, even if it's like an empty house, right? It still takes balls to get on stage and do the thing that you went there to do. And yeah, so you got to give him that. He went up and he did the thing. A lot of people have a fear of public speaking and stuff. So kudos on him. But that's the only thing. That's the only thing I'm giving you kudos on. Because the rest of your life is an absolute shit fire. It is, you need to be put in a box and then thrown into an ocean. But for actually scraping together the amount of balls it takes to go up in front of, let's say, 5 people, good for you. Because there's a lot of people who don't have that kind of ball. They don't have that kind of balls, right? But I have known a lot of people that were just completely retarded, and did not have any sort of embarrassment to how retarded they were. But good for you, sir. Dick Rickham says, do you think his nose is heavy? No, I don't. I think it's not heavy. And I understand what you mean by that. Because I think my nose is heavier than his nose is. I think his nose is like frail. And like, if you were to punch it, which is tempting, don't get me wrong. If you were to punch it, it would just shatter. Right? It would shatter. So I don't think, I think it's like a airplane wing on an ultralight aircraft. It's very big, but it's held together with aluminum. If that makes sense. Do you guys understand what I'm saying?
While it may seem like some positives were happening in Daniel's life, that never lasts long. On the same day he would do his first live performance, he would also post a 3-minute altercation he would have with his caretaker Jonas. This fight supposedly happened because his caretaker wanted to take his phone away from him, which is like probably the best thing that he could have done for him, but
God, dude, that's a great idea, because like the judge is like, you're gonna go to jail if you keep saying the stuff you're saying on TikTok, bro. You know your PO looks at your shit, right? You know that? You know they're like, because they want to know what you're up to, so they're gonna look at your shit, and if it's full of like CP stuff, they're gonna be like, all right, we should go look at this guy's files. Yeah. And your homeboy Jonas here is just trying to look out for you. Jonas is your guardian angel. And look at that, he's black, like a 90s movie. He's a black guardian angel. Listen to Jonas. Listen to Jonas and give him your phone, stupid. Mr. Blue says, voice of an angel, a retarded angel. Well, it just sounds retarded to our human ears. Right? Because we can't understand the glory, because it doesn't compute. Our brains aren't evolved enough to understand the music that he is putting down. You know what I mean? No, he's just retarded. He's just full-blown retarded. But retarded or what? Autistic retarded? I remember a day when kids were just retarded, right? And then you just had the retards, and then the not retards. And then now it's all like, oh, everyone's got this different shade of autism. And there still is retards, right? But they are confined to a very specific genre of retard. But now we have all types of like ADHD, we have dyslexia, we have other auditory dysfunctions, and hey, look at me, I'm on that boat too. I miss the good old days with when, you know, retardation was full blown, or you were kind of weird, right? But now vaccines made everybody neurologically spicy, which is kind of sad.
Daniel's not giving up his phone. In this video, Daniel can be screaming, crying, and acting like he was assaulted. All things very common in Daniel's story.
I just did self-defense! I'm on the...
I laugh like a retard. Dick Rickham says, I think he's autistic and schizoaffective. That actually seems like the most logical. Like, schizoaffective for sure. And yeah, autistic, at least a shade, you know, there's 50 shades of like gay here. And he's at least got a shade of autism, but there's definitely a schizo. There's a schizo in there for sure.
Floor! I didn't do anything. I just did self-defense. I even have it on film with you trying to... Like, I don't even know anymore, and I'm afraid of you.
Following Daniel's argument with his caretaker, a new era would begin.
Tommy Temper says, hi, everyone. Gitsy. Good to see you. Who are you, Tommy?
The Mohawk era. I love this era. Look at this dude. With the advice from trolls, Daniel would decide to give himself a mohawk, further adding to his insane look. Daniel would then post that he was in Los Angeles, California, and that he was homeless because his disability services have been cut off.
Everybody's homeless in LA. Everybody's homeless in LA. Everybody's gross in LA. He looks like somebody that would be in LA. Gross. Gross, gross, gross. Don't go to LA. Don't go to San Francisco. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's gross, dude. Don't go there on vacation. Only Chinese people go there on vacation because they think it's Hollywood. And then they get there and they're like, oh my God, this is disgusting. And then that's just what they think America is. Which is like, okay. Yeah, okay, fair.
off. However, this would be proven to be untrue.
It's gross, dude. LA is disgusting. I can't even say it enough. And like it burning down, it really doesn't make me feel all that bad. It kind of deserves it. Am I going to get in trouble for saying that? Yeah, probably.
Based off people observing his surroundings and would eventually be found back in Colorado.
Oh, well.
Fast forward another few weeks and we have the October 4th intoxication incident. On October 4th, Daniel uploaded a series of TikToks where he is clearly impaired and claiming one of his care providers got him drunk. He would post over 100 TikToks that day, muttering complete nonsense like this.
Hello everyone. Did you know that I'm gay? Did you know that this is all acting? I love acting. Acting. Please don't feel uncomfortable, everyone.
He's got stank breath too. You know he's got terrible breath. Terrible breath.
I am totally fine.
I would not want to be around him when he's like this. He is...
Oh, he seems dangerous. He seems like he's going to kill someone. Like a girl, right? He's going to like find a girl and then like peel her face off and stuff. It's got to suck being a girl. Honestly, it's got to suck. I mean, thank God I was born a man. Because being a girl sounds terrible. It sounds awful. You're constantly afraid for your life. And like, you just like, you know, if you go out at night, you're running a gamble. Which is why women shouldn't go out at night and they should stay at home in the kitchen, right? The kitchen is designed for your peak comfort and security. Why would you leave that place? It's designed specifically for you, right? Why would you leave that place? It has it's your fridge and it has all your cooking things and the bathroom is close too. And then you can do whatever you want there. Why would you leave that place? Why would you venture out into the cold darkness just so you can go out with your drunk girlfriends and be like, woo, woo? I don't understand women. I don't want to. It sounds depressing.
He's a danger when he's sober. When he's like this, my God, I could only imagine. 1 week later, on October 11th, he would announce he contacted Grace Vanderwall.
Dick Wickham says, I bet he's been prescribed drugs he refuses to take. Yeah, I guarantee you, but also he probably shouldn't be drinking on those drugs either.
Through her website, and they were going to be dating.
This message is to Grace Vanderwall and to the fans. We are officially dating.
Daniel's paranoia.
I'm just going to start saying that. I'm going to start making announcements how I'm officially dating certain people. I am officially dating Miami MILF. It's here, guys. Here is my announcement. I'm officially dating Miami MILF. We are officially a couple. We are a pair. Miami, I love you, baby.
And delusions were at an all-time high during this time, ultimately landing him in a mental hospital in...
Somebody clip that and send it to her.
Colorado Springs. There wasn't much documented during this time, but the things that were are no surprise in the Danderson universe. He would make multiple...
I'm probably not her type because I'm not like, I don't know, greasy enough or Cuban. I don't know.
Post declaring his hatred for the police.
Hate the police and the police.
What is this? What is this business, bro? What is this in your pants? What is that? What is that? What is this? What is that?
These are pigs.
Wishing Jojo Siwa died in the Holocaust.
Jojo.
Mr. I'm sorry. Mr. Blue says, you grave robber, you. Just me and like a handful of bones. Right? It's got makeup on it, though, and like a Gucci bag.
Siwa should have died in the Holocaust.
And have another meltdown on TikTok Live, breaking up with Grace Vanderwall. The final big moment in 2021 would be the mac and cheese incident. On November 18th, Daniel would post a...
That is too much liquid in your mac and cheese, bro. That's too much liquid. That's too much That's too liquidy. That's way too liquidy. Why is your mac and cheese so liquidy? That's too liquidy, man. That's too liquidy. No. No. That's too much milk or too much butter, but it's probably too much milk. That's too liquidy. That's way too liquidy, man. There's directions on the box. Have you ever seen mac and cheese? There's a picture on the box of what it's supposed to look like. And it's not supposed to be a lake. It's not supposed to be liquid. That's too liquidy. I'm sorry. That's far too liquidy. I don't have another word for it. Liquidy. It's too liquidy.
A video claiming one of his care
mac and cheese soup, mac and cheese chowder, mac and cheese liquidy. It's just too liquidy. That's too liquidy. I hate saying it so many times. I have to stop. Liquidy.
Providers had done something to his mac and cheese.
This tastes like cow piss. Literal cow piss. I want to know who the put jalapenos in this. Holy my mouth is on fire. It's got something in it that's like sour as well.
Where did you get this mac and cheese? Why is he saying this? Did he make this mac and cheese? Or did they receive this in the mail? Did he get this out of the garbage? Mr. Blue says, John. He's insane. So that's no excuse. That's no excuse. Frozen is insane, right? You guys might not see it, but like off camera, he is a mental case. But he can cook fine, right? Too much liquid. This is just too much liquid. You just dumped the milk jug in there, right? And like looked away. And then you're like, oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's too liquidy. It's too liquidy.
And if you look, it's got like little things in it. I don't know what it is.
Too much
He would go on to
liquid.
look through everything in the fridge trying to get to the bottom of this.
Like, I'm going to be straight up serious. Why does the mac and cheese taste a lot like ranch, but with like a tangy taste? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
All right.
I bet you it's his caretaker just like fucking pulling jokes on him and stuff, right? Like dipping his balls in mac and cheese and then serving it to him because he hates him. He hates him, dude. His caretaker hates him. But it's like his job. It's his job to like take care of this psychopath, right? He's sent by the state to do the things. And he was all like, all right, I have to do my job. Give me your phone. He's like, no, self-defense. Self-defense. And he's all like, all right, you're getting liquidy ass mac and cheese. And I'm sticking my balls in it. Because what other recourse do you have?
Right, now, at this point, we've made it to 2022. Are you guys still with me? There's still 2 more.
Mr. Blue says I should introduce you to Andrew Ditch, aka the Poo Squatch. Yeah, send it. I'll do a show on it. If you like have one of these, don't just send me like raw footage of him because I'm not going to use that. But if you have one of like these, like a little documentary, I'll do that.
Years of lunacy to talk about, so buckle up. Daniel would have a few different housing situations in 2022. Sometime in the beginning of the year, Daniel would manage to somehow be given
those teeth need. Dude, just rip them out. Just rip them all out and start fresh. Those teeth are awful. Your teeth are awful. Your teeth are awful, dude. That's terrible. That's terrible, dude. Go see a dentist. I mean, it doesn't matter because you're eating liquid ass mac and cheese, so you don't really need your teeth. But like for the rest of us, bro, get something done.
His own apartment to live in. And he was going to have a handler come in and check on him 3
Mr. Blue, send it to me on X. All right, and I'll look it up. I'll look at it on X.
Times a week. I don't know how he managed to pull this off or who set this up for him, but they clearly failed to realize what an incredible danger Daniel is to himself and others.
Everybody around, everybody. He's a dangerous individual, and he should be locked up. Put in a hospital at the very least, right? Before he actually does something, and then we put him in jail. Put this man in a hospital. Now, I feel like it's not, back in the day, people would have to take their crazy person, like if they had a crazy person in the family, they'd have to take him to the hospital or the doctor, and the doctor would have to do like a 72-hour hold to determine if they're crazy. Now people just look at their TikTok and be like, yeah, you need to go in the bin, man. You need to go in. You need to stay in there. Yeah, it's all padded and shit. And then you have the hug jacket and stuff. And then you chew on like the curtains and, why is this person walking around? But better yet, why are we spending tax money having this guardian angel, Jonas, go in and try to save him from his own decisions? No, man. No. Either we pay to have him put in a hospital or we fire him into the Pacific Ocean, like in a big cannon or slingshot or something. Or just deport him. Just deport him. We can deport people, right? It's not illegal just to dump them off somewhere outside of town. Outside of country. It's not the worst idea. I'm just saying. We can start deporting people finally. And we need to send this guy to wherever they're sending all those other people.
Others around him. Like, imagine this guy was your neighbor all of a sudden. Oh, dude. No way. It would only take a handful of weeks for videos to come out showing Daniel had punched dozens of holes in his wall.
That's not good. That's not good. He's trying to find out if there's monkeys in the walls. Reply. What? Is he? Maybe he is. I don't know. There's no monkeys in there. There's no monkeys. But it would be funny if somebody put a monkey in his walls. Just to like make him go crazy. I would do that if I knew where he lived and I had like good access to monkeys, live monkeys, right? I can get dead monkeys. I can't get live monkeys. They cost too much. Capuchins are expensive. I looked it up. I honestly did. Capuchins are expensive and you can't just like buy them. In Florida, you can buy them, but they still run like several $1,000s, like 20, 25 grand for some of them. Maybe that's just the trained ones though. Somebody look up and see if I can get a cheaper capuchin.
Walls, broke his TV, and a large window. Daniel said,
Hey, honey? She used to work. Do you know where we can get some monkeys? No, she's mad.
He did all of this because he was threatened, and this is the results when people try and tell him what to do.
She doesn't like it when I tell her I'm going to adopt a monkey because she's like, no. So I just have to like bring a bunch in one day, and then like I have to play it off somehow. I'll be like, honey, look at this board game I found, and then I'll just open the door and like I lay out Jumanji, right? And I open the door, there's a bunch of monkeys flying out of there. It's the board game, I swear it's not me, I didn't do it. It's Jumanji, it worked. Right? Oh, if only I could bring Robin back.
Do. A user on Reddit named Lootbox Production would post this comment. Lootbox Productions was another manager of Daniel's who supposedly tried to offer legitimate help to Daniel. At one point, he would make this post. To make a long story short, they claimed they did not like the idea of people managing Daniel, and that they had no access to the Cash App accounts used to donate goods and money to him as well. This post would receive a mostly positive response from the Danderson community. You see, at this point, people legitimately wanted to see Daniel succeed regardless of all the pedophile allegations. It's really weird. Regardless of all of this, Daniel would end up losing his housing deal, leading to him being homeless. While Daniel was homeless, he would be arrested for dine and dash at the Hard Rock Casino. This is just one of many dine and...
If you're going to dine and dash, don't do it at a casino. There's no way you're going to get away with it. The casino, like with the top security, where they're like known for their security, that they made Ocean's 11 about a casino heist, and you're going to think you're going to dine and dash. You're retarded.
dash incidences. Most places can see that Daniel's kind of not all there, and they just kind of trespass him and they just comp the bill, but the Hard Rock wasn't playing. This was nothing serious though. He would be released.
They don't play. The casino does not fuck around. All right. I cannot stress that enough. The casino does not fuck around. All right. They don't play.
And this is an ongoing case still. Even though Daniel was homeless, he managed to stay active. On May 15th, he attended and completed the Denver Colfax Marathon. There's even footage of him crossing the finish line. Now, he finished second last due to him barely jogging and being on
But he did it though, right?
TikTok live the entire time, but you know, he did it. Doing all this in like really old dirty shoes and stuff probably led him to getting the trench foot he would talk about. Yeah, that's right. He says he has trench foot. You know, the stuff that like soldiers in World War would get when they wore like soggy boots for.
Take your shoes off. You shouldn't, if you're getting trench foot and not in trenches or like hiking through the jungle, like lost in the jungle, if you're getting trench foot just because you refuse to take your shoes off, you deserve trench foot. You deserve trench foot. And I hope your toes rot off one by one. Just take your shoes off. Take your shoes and socks off and walk around for a little bit. They'll dry out. Trench foot comes from you having wet, soggy feet for days and days at a time. So why wouldn't you take your shoes off? It would be difficult. You must sleep with your shoes on. That's the only way I would Why? Foot fetish, John. That's what Dick Rickham says. Foot fetish? On his own feet? I don't get that. On his own feet? So he can't even take his own shoes off because of his terrible, terrible foot lust. Ew, dude. What the hell is wrong with you? I don't get it. But I mean, I'm not that surprised. There's crazy people all over the planet, and the internet is just exposing that to us. So thank you, internet, I guess. And thank you guys. Thank you so much for coming. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys deepened your bond with the cult. I think that's our goal here, right? We're becoming a good cult, and we're gonna die for each other. That's the plan. That's the plan. Remember to get the angle right. You guys have a good weekend. I will be back on Monday on the Sulk stream. I don't know if we're doing Daywave on Monday, but if we are, then I'll be on Daywave. And I hope you guys stay safe, stay strong, stay competent. Don't do a bunch of weird CP stuff. That's weird. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Yeah. And you guys, you know, you make me proud. You make me proud every day. I'm so proud of you. So much. And I talk about you a lot. I really do. And, you know, I just wish the best for you. So you guys get out there, make Cult Daddy proud, and get a good night's sleep, drink a lot of water, and take care of yourselves, because I care about you too. I'll see you guys on Monday. I love you. Good night.
I'm an incredible soul, unhinged and enraged like a bulldog's fierce growl. I'm spitting fire, burning through these trees, questioning the world, unraveling conspiracies. Talking about Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster too. Government lies, they're feeding me their goo. I'm diving deep into this rabbit hole, uncovering the truth, setting fire to their control. I got small nipples, but my voice is loud, roaring like thunder in this crazy crowd. They say I'm crazy, but I call it woke, unraveling the madness with every word I spoke.